Salakia. Yeah, don't cut off again. Let's start back at Isaiah 60 and 21. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. So it's letting you know that yes, he may be glorified. And he will be glorified. Because all the things that's coming to Israel and to the nation of Israel, and not only Israel, to Yahweh. All the praise is going to him. And not only him, to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, without him, we would not be able to come back to the Father. You understand? But it's letting you know this is all a part of his plan. Man, he's going to be able to glorify his son, and we all going to be able to glorify the brothers as well, the brotherhood. Because the brothers out there, man, they doing the work, man. It's going to be a glorious thing when all this stuff starts to kick in. We're going to see who the true brothers are. We're going to see who the sincere brothers are. Because I ain't going to lie, it's a whole lot of brothers in Israel right now. We all need work. I need work. So there's no point in me really pointing the fingers on certain brothers and certain groups and all that. It doesn't matter. As long as we trying and we trying to be sincere and we trying to have the nation of Israel. We all trying to get the same penny, right? But a lot of Israel, they don't see that. Everyone they're so puffed up in pride. They get a doctrine, or they know a couple of scriptures and precepts. They know how to spit them pretty good, and now they get puffed up with pride, saying, "Oh yeah, I know this. I ain't learning from nobody. I learned it from I learned it from such and such group or whatever." Or really, they just say, "Oh, I learned it straight from Yahweh." Really? You have to learn from someone, because that person learned from someone. It's a chain of command in things. You can't just come into this truth thinking that you're going to just jump everyone that's been in this truth 20 years plus, 15 years plus, 10 years plus, 5 years plus, even 2 years plus. I mean, you still a babe. And right now, I consider myself, I'm still a babe. But I've been in for some time, but I'm still a babe. My videos aren't as exquisite as some other brothers, but man, I'm not looking here to get vain or to get glory. That's vain to me. I don't even show my face on here. I'm just really trying to get the word of the Lord. Yeah, I'm trying to get it out. And if the brothers hear this, you can see that I'm a sincere brother. I'm not all about everything. I'm trying to be as righteous as I can, even though I know that my righteousness is as filthy rags unto Yahweh, roughly paraphrasing. But I'm trying because I'm not going to lie to you. I messed up in the world. I really messed up. So therefore, when I read it, and it's like, it brings me into tears. It's like, dang, I really messed up. So it's like, now I got to seek him 10 times more. I got to seek him 10 times higher than what I really would have been doing. When it says, thy people also shall be all righteous. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to be righteous. I'm looking to be right in my Father's eyes. I'm trying to be right in Yahweh's eyes. And not only him, Yahweh Shah and the brothers. I'm not doing this for me. Ain't none of this for me. It's all so I can glorify my Father in his name. All of this is for his name's sake. It's not for me. So let's go ahead. Let's jump to Isaiah. I'm sorry I'm going on a rant, but man, sometimes you just get in the spirit and you gotta say what you gotta say. But Isaiah, I believe it's 27. Right here. Isaiah 1 and 26. And I will restore thy judges as at the first. Woo! So he's saying he's going to restore the judges as it was first, at the beginning, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. So right now, you see the Israelites waking up right now. You like, damn, that man, a whole lot of them waking up within the last 6 months. Within the last years, when I woke up within like 8 months ago. I know I should have been doing the work, but I had to study. I still was going in and out of the world at that time. But now it's like I'm more focused now. I can see the picture more clearly now. You can hear it in my speech and my spirit. You can see it. You can hear it. You can even feel it. Verse 26. I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as the beginning. Afterward thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. This generation is the faithful city. We are the faithful city. The Israelites are waking up. You can see them. They're waking up all around the earth now. They doing the work. They reading. They studying. They looking at videos. You can see them. The faith is in this generation. It was never really in all the other generations as times before. You can look at it all the way in the time of Egypt. Most of them, Most High had to wipe out the older generation and take Joshua for him, and take Joshua to lead them. The older generation, they were so done. Because why? They were so stuck in Egypt. They loved Egypt. So therefore now we don't have to have that no more. We coming away out of the ways of Egypt, modern day Babylon, modern day America, US, wherever you from. So now we that faithful city, the city of righteousness. 27. Zion shall be redeemed with judgment, and her converse with righteousness. I got a precept, Psalms 2 in need. Let's go to Isaiah. This is going to bring in Isaiah 14:1 because the heritage. Okay, we're gonna jump to a little bit more prophecy again. Psalms 2:8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So it's letting you know, I'm going to give you this world. I'm going to give you this world. I'm going to give you everything in this world, the uttermost parts of the world. And also I'm going to give you the heathen for thine inheritance. I shall give you. You ask me, I'm going to give it to you. Because you did my command. You did what I asked you, and I chose you. I chose you, the holy nation Israel. This is what the Father is saying. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. He's already letting you know you're a king. He's letting you know that you are the judges of the earth. You're going to be able to judge the earth. You're going to be able to judge the nations. Verse 11. Serve the Lord Yahweh with fear and rejoice with trembling. So you can hear it in my voice. I serve Yahweh. I'm serving him with fear. I'm doing it. But at the same time, I'm rejoicing with trembling. Why? Because at any moment, if I can go back into the world, or I can do anything. You never know. I don't know. Lord willing, I don't get sent back into the world. That's how precious this is. This is a gift. So I'm rejoicing with trembling. I'm rejoicing because he had mercy on me to do this. I'm not trying to be nobody great in Israel. I'm trying to be as righteous as I can. Try to go as the righteous acts. Try to love my brothers. Try to love my power. I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it. I'm not out here for no vainglory. I can read verse 12. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way. Just as I was just saying, you'll perish from the way if you go back out there in the world. When his wrath is kindled but a little, blessed are all they that put their trust in him. So right now, if you're hearing these words, if you can be able to see it, you can picture it, what the Father's going to give you. He's going to give you the inheritance. I didn't get to Isaiah 14:1 yet. But the next, I'm going to be getting ready to read Isaiah 14:1. So if you can be able to see it, you are blessed beyond measure. Because there's a lot of people that they don't hear this and they don't see this. Why? Because they don't have mercy on them at that point, or they just haven't been woken up. They haven't been woken up. Because we got to remember, many are called, but few are chosen. I'm called. I'm not chosen, but I'm called. So I'm trying to make sure I'm going to make my election sure. I'm trying to be diligent in this. So let's go to Isaiah 14:1. Get a little bit of prophecy. To more prophecy. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Woo! Verse 2. And the people shall take them. So now you got to make a distinction. Who's that people? The holy people. The peculiar people. That holy nation. Those are the people that it's talking about in that precept. Where it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors. So I was letting you know, them damn dirty ass Africans, them damn dirty ass ashy ass Africans, them Arabs, them damn Japanese, them Chinese, all of them are going to be in subjection to you because they are your current oppressors. Just as a scripture says. And they shall take them, which is the children of Israel, shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from thy hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. So now when you look at that, so now you looking at the time that it's at any moment. You can get pulled over at the cops, by the cops. You can get pulled over by, let's say it's at night and you're a brother. It's nighttime. You light out. They pull you over. It can be at any moment. You can make one wrong move and they'll shoot the car up. It'll be you and your whole family in the car and they'll shoot you up. You at the shadow of death. That's great fear. You're hard bondage. You working it, you slaving day in and day out. You don't even have to work because this world is yours. Wherein thou was made to serve. We was made to serve. Why? You got bills, you got taxes, you got all these different type of liens and everything on you. You have to work. So therefore, he said, it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. So the sorrow from the times that you crying and sorrowing of a death, and from thy fear and from thy hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. So that golden city is Babylon, is USA, is America. So now when it says take up this proverb against the king of Babylon are the elites, the people of the USA, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? So we're going to say, how did this big country, this big city, how did it fall? How did it cease from troubling us? Verse 5. The Lord Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. So that's your elite, and the wicked is Job 9 and 24 when it says, that's Job 9:24. Let's go to Job 9:24. let's go. I don't even want to. I like to read it. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So who's that going around painting the Christianity that's out there right now? Who is that? That's Esau. That's Esau and his wicked system that's going out right now. So let me go back to Isaiah 14. Ooh, I just read it. 14 and 5. The Lord Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. So the scepter of the rulers are the elite. Verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He hath ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. So at that time, Esau is going to be put down. He's not going to be able to rule the nations in anger. He's not going to be able to have a continual stroke at that time. He's not going to be able to rule the nations in rigor, in anger. Verse 7. Verse 7, Salakia. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. So I got a precept for that in Zephaniah 3. Zephaniah 3 and 9. We're going to start at 17. The Lord, Yahweh, thy God, in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with the joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. So not only is the Israelites going to be singing as well, it's going to be Yahweh as well, and his angels. It's going to be rejoicing all in the heavens. So verse 18, I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly. So that solemn assembly is who? The elect, the Israelites, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. So it was a burden unto you. Verse 19, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. So it's letting you know this is a future prophecy of what is to happen to not only to the blacks, not to only the Hispanics and the Native Indians as well. It's to all those 3 tribes which make up the 12 tribes of Israel. So now it's letting you know is that he's going to be able to save those that have afflicted thee in the time of their oppression. Verse 20. And at that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth. So it's letting you know you will not be at shame anymore. You're not going to be at the lowest or the bottom anymore. You're not going to be in the slums. You're not going to be, in the barrios. You're not going to be in the hoods anymore. You're not going to be anywhere in that no more. You're not going to be at the bottom. And that's where the Lord has placed you. So therefore, he's going to say he's going to undo all that, the ones that afflict thee. When I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord, Yahweh. So now we're going to go ahead and jump to Hosea 10, and we're gonna see what they say. Hosea 1 and 10. Yet, Hosea 1 and 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea. So now you go into the beach or whatever, and you look at the sand, and you see it's like a full long stretch down. You see that the sand, it can never be measured. It can never be counted. So that's how the children of Israel is measured too unto Yahweh, which cannot be measured nor numbered. So you cannot number us. It's too many of us. We basically make up the whole population of everyone. And it shall come to pass that in a place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people. So right now, Right now, they're saying that you're not his people. They're saying that you black. They're saying that you're Hispanic. They're saying you're Jamaican, Haitian, all these different bywords, proverbs, and everything. So now they're saying that you are not the people. There, in future prophecy, is saying, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. So now when you go through the research and you look at different historical facts, you can see why the people went into slavery, why Christopher Columbus came over here. Now you start to see. Now the Bible starts to become a living book now. Now you start to see everything that what was written thousands of years ago was prophesied to everyone. Correct? So now you're going to see that all the prophecies are going to lead up to the people of the book. And you're going to find out that it's not the fake Jews that you see that's over there in Israel right now. So now, let me read that again. Ye are not my people. There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. So now, when this truth gets out and everyone is going to start to notice, now the government and everyone is going to start to put in their place to understand now. They're going to know that you're the children of Israel, and they're going to see, and they're going to be trembling with fear at that time. So a precept for that is in 1 Peter 2 and 9. 1 Peter 2 and 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Right. So what that precept is saying is basically, at the time you were in the world, you were following the way of the world, the way that the world went. Why? Because you had no knowledge. So now that he's bringing you into his marvelous light, now you're able to see now. You're able to see the picture. You're able to see how the world is. Now you're able to go through the history and how to link it up to the present time now. You're able to go to the Bible and to look and link it up with the different prophecies and how you're able to see. So now you're in his marvelous light. You're not in the world no more. You're not drinking no more. You're not smoking no more. You're not doing all those things that you were doing in the world now. Why? Because you now are in the light. So now you're getting ready to shine over everyone else, because now people look at you different and they see you different. They see you different and they hear you. They hear when you talk. They see that you're different because why? You are the person that's in his marvelous light. You looking at things at a better view than everyone else. Everyone else around you is blind and they cannot see. And it's like when you try to tell them, it's like they don't want to listen. So therefore, sometimes you just have to leave them blind until everything happens. And then when they come, the Father said, don't tell them anything. Just like the 5 foolish virgins, where it says, when it said they wanted to take up their oil, and the other ones didn't take up their oil. They didn't take up the understanding at the time that they needed to take the understanding and the knowledge. So therefore, when all hell broke loose, they were lost. They were blind. And it said they tried to knock onto the doors, let us in. And that's when Yahushua said, no, I know you not. He said, you didn't have the time to come to me. You didn't want to know me. So therefore, you didn't want to know, so you stayed in darkness. So that's what that meaning of that parable is saying, that he's gonna leave you in darkness. He's gonna spew you out of his mouth. Verse 10. I know I just went way off on that. Let's go back to verse 9. I went on a rant. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and an holy nation. That holy nation is what? Deuteronomy 7 and 6, when it says that ye are let me go to that in my Bible right quick. Deuteronomy 7. Salakia. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Thy Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So that goes hand in hand with verse 9. Now that you know that you are peculiar people, that you should show forth the praises of him who called you out of darkness. That darkness is, he called you out of the world into his marvelous light, which is not, everyone's not going to be able to get this marvelous light. He's not going to have mercy on everyone. as he did as you, if you're able to hear these. Verse 10, which in times past were not a people. So when you look in the past, now they didn't look at you. They looked at you as a black person or a Hispanic or Haitian, Jamaican, whatever name, byword they called you, whatever nation that you are in as of right now. He's letting you know that you were not a people at that time. You didn't have, you didn't know who you were. You didn't know who Israel was. You didn't know the language. You didn't know any of it. He said, I stripped you of it. But are now the people of God. So he's saying, now that I called you out of the darkness into this new light, now I'm letting you know that you are the people of God. You are the people of Yahweh. You are my people, my chosen line, my chosen seed, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. So letting you know, not everyone's going to obtain mercy. And it's like right now, this is the time of really having mercy. If he's not having mercy on you, it's like you have to play that your lot. You have to play your lot out until the time of destruction. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this up soon. So let me go to Deuteronomy 32. So Deuteronomy 32:2. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. So now you have to use wisdom with that. So forgive me if I'm breaking it down wrong, which I'm letting the Spirit lead me. When it says, my doctrine shall drop as the rain. So the doctrine is pure. I should have wrote the precept down for that one, but I can't remember the precept for that. But it says the doctrine is life, it's pure. His doctrine is pure. So letting you know it's pure and it's going to be pure as rain. So now you outside, now just take it, you sitting outside and it's starting to rain. And it's starting to rain and the drops are coming down. Not only is the drops, you starting to get wet, but at the same time you're getting cleansed. The water is a cleansing agent. So whereas it's dropping on you and it's cleansing you, right? Then it says, my speech shall distill as the dew. So now you look at the dew in the morning when I go to work on my car, it's dew all around the car, on the grass. So now it's letting you know that it's a cleansing agent, but at the same time, it's a nourishing agent, correct? Then it says, as the small rain upon the tender herb. So herbs don't need much water. They don't need much rain in order for it to grow, to thrive. And as the showers upon the grass. It's the same concept. So when it rains on the grass grows and it becomes more greener. So now it's letting you know his doctrine is as pure. It's life. It's no death in it. It's nothing but rejuvenation, but nutrients and everything coming into your body. So it's the same thing as coming into your mind. The doctrine of life is going to help you live, such as the rain, and it's going to cleanse you from the ways that you used to be. Verse 3, because, that's wisdom for 2. But verse 3, because I will publish the name of the Lord, Yahweh, ascribe ye greatness unto our power. Verse 4, he is the rock, his work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment, a God of truth and without iniquity, just and right is he. So when you look into the Spirit and you see that he's the rock, he's the foundation. Anything come against him, he's going to break in pieces. He's going to dash into pieces. Everything in his work is perfect. You can look at the sun. You can look at the moon. You can look at the air, the rain, snow. Everything is in a cycling motion, in a rotation mode. And everything is on perfect. It's on the same scale every day. So right now, we see the sun is up right now. But at a certain time, we're going to see the moon come up. It's going to come up in a rotation every single time. So it's letting you know that his work is perfect. You can look at yourself. You breathing right now. You're not having to think about it. That's genetics. You're able to jump as high. You're able to be strong, lift weights. Everything is a perfect work that he has made. So when it says, for all his ways are judgment. So all his ways are judgment. So therefore, if you want to listen to him, good. You're going to be able to deter away from the judgment. But as well, if you don't want to listen to him, he has a judgment waiting for you. It can come at any time, any second. You can be with your son or daughter. He can take your daughter away from you, and he's going to make you know him. A God of truth and without iniquity. You can't find any. You can't find any. And just and right is he. Just and right is he. So let's go to 1 Samuel 12 and 22. For the Lord Yahweh will not forsake his people for his great name's sake, because it had pleased the Lord Yahweh to make you his people. So when he's saying this, I made you. I wanted you to become my people out of everyone else on this world. I picked you. So therefore, when he says I picked you above everyone else. So therefore, I'm letting you know that everyone is not equal to you. You understand? When it says, because it hath pleased the Lord Yahweh to make you his people. It pleased him. It pleased him just like it was in Deuteronomy 7 and 6. It is an honor. So let's go to Psalms 106. So this is a psalm of David. I believe. Verse. That goes on to the time of Egypt if you're looking into the spirit. Let's go to verse 8. Nevertheless, he saved them for his name's sake, that he might make known his mighty power to be known. So right now, the earth has been quiet for the past 2,000 years. Everyone don't know that there's a God. He's been quiet. But right now, through the Bible, is letting you know that he's waiting to a specific time. He's waiting to show his great power. But he has to wait until the children of Israel wake up first. So not only do the children of Israel need to wake up first, it's the elect. These are the ones that were here from the beginning. And when they awake, this is when you're going to see a lot of prophecy start to happen. You're going to start seeing more people on the streets. You're going to start seeing more Israelites waking up all around the world. This is what's going to make him known. Why? Because he scattered us already throughout the earth. So therefore, when the people start to wake up in their own land and these other lands, it's going to make commotion. So it's going to make commotion. It's going to make people look at everyone different in a new light. And now the Bible is going to reveal everything that's going on in the earth. And it's going to reveal who that wicked person is. That everyone's trying to figure out what's going on in the world. Why is it people getting raped? Why is it people being poor? Why is it people being, etc., murdered, etc.? Who's making all of this? Who's not judging the earth in righteousness? So now that person there has to pay. And that person is Esau. So let's go to Ezekiel. Let me have the last the last scripture. Ezekiel. Ezekiel 36. And this is like we start at 16. Moreover, Ezekiel 36 and 16. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying. So now this is Ezekiel. He's in the spirit now. Now this is now a word came unto him, saying now. Correct? Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their own way and by their doings. Their way was before me as the uncleanness of a removed woman. So now when you go back into the law and you see when it says a removed woman, it's letting you know that a woman, when she's defiled with another man or such and such, or say the woman got raped, or she was with a husband and then she went and committed adultery with someone else. Therefore, that woman is going to be unclean. So now, therefore, she will be a removed woman. She will be removed from out his sight. He's able to give her a bill of divorcement and send her on her way. Okay, so that's how he compared Israel being so defiled to him. So Israel at that time, because of their own doings, they were basically defiled to him, and he was not able to touch her again. Verse 18. Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that had shed upon the land, and for their idols wherewith they had polluted it. Verse 19. And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed throughout the countries. So now, when you look at that, that was a future prophecy. Basically, back then, it was telling you what was going to happen to the children of Israel, because it happened more than once. But that last time was the biggest dispersion ever. So now you got to look at the transatlantic slave trade. You got to look at the Arab slave trade. You got to look at the time of the Silk Road slave trade, when the Asians, the Arabs had us, the Africans had us in slaves. Esau, the white man, he had us all in slaves. So this is the time when the Lord made these countries come up against these different nations come up against us, and to disperse us into these different slave trades, and to put us into all these other lands. Now it says, according to their way and according to their doings, I judged them. So this is the Lord Yahweh saying, I judged them. That was the judgment that I gave them at that time. And we all know what went on throughout history, if you did your studies throughout history. Verse 20. And when they enter unto the heathen, whither they went, they profaned my holy name. So he's letting you know, at that time, they started to mix in with all these other people. So now this is why you get all the different skin colors, the different skin tones. But it's letting you know, at one time we were all one people. So throughout slavery, they started to mix in, to intermingle with the different nations. So at the time when you had the white man, he was raping the black woman, he was raping the Spanish woman, the Indian woman. And this is how all the nations started to come in today. You have a big mixture of people that comes from the Negroid bloodline, which is the Shemitic line. Okay? Then it says, they profaned my holy name when they said to them, these are the people of the Lord Yahweh, and are gone forth out of his land. So now this is the people saying, these are the people that was God's children, the people that we got in slavery. So now this is why you see they was able to do whatever they wanted. They was able to do whatever they wanted to the women. They even did whatever they wanted to do to the men. And they have a thing called butt breaking. So this is the time, we can go to the time of Jamaica, where my family's from. In Jamaica, homosexuality is an abomination. It's forbidden there because of the time of slavery. How you would have the white man, he would take the biggest and the strongest male, and he would rape them in front of his family. And he would do this oftentimes. So therefore, that sexual act that you see that's going on in the land of Jamaica, if it does happen, they kill someone on that, and they kill them on sight, because they don't want to make that go on, and that's like a remembrance of everything that went on at the time of slavery. So therefore, people don't really know the background of it, but that's the reason why a lot of a lot of Jamaicans do not accept homosexuality, because of the times of slavery, when not only the white man done it, the conquistadors did it too, the Spaniards. Not only them, the Africans, they did it as well. The Arab slave trade, they took all these different ways, but really mostly Esau, he's the one that done it mostly, because that's in his genetic nature. Verse 21. But I had pity for mine holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whither they went. Verse 22. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord God power, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for mine holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye have went. So he's letting you know, I'm not doing this for you. The reason why I'm doing this I'm going to bring you back out of the land of your captivity. I'm going to bring you back into the land of Israel. It's not because I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for my name's sake. My name is without what was the scripture I said before when it was saying I'm all truth, my judgments is I'm perfect, my way is perfect, there's no iniquity, everything is just, everything is right. So if he has to keep up and to know his name, all that has to come back to how it was at its original state. Verse 23. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, saith the Lord God, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. Verse 24. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries, and I will bring you into your own land. Verse 25. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and you shall be clean. From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you. 26. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. And where is that? Okay. And verse 27. And I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my judgments and do them. And that's currently what we are doing right now, practicing the righteous acts. So therefore, as the world, they see them as being evil, that you don't want to celebrate their things or whatever that goes on in the world. It's not because I don't want to do it. It's because I follow the way of Yahweh. It's the way that I'm going to follow my God, because I'm trying to get the promise that he said and that he blessed at his people. So if the ones out there, they don't want to listen, that's them. They don't want to listen. They don't want to understand. Them the ones that are going to be for the nuclear bombs that he said he's going to be able to drop on this land. Verse 28. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. Verse 29. I will also save you from all your uncleanness, and I will call for the corn, and I will increase it, and lay no famine upon you. So it's letting you know, in that land that you're going to be in, which is the land of Israel, he's going to drive all your enemies out, and he's going to bless the land. He's going to make it fruitful. He's going to multiply it. Verse 30. And I will multiply the fruit of the tree, and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. So let you know you're gonna be dependent on yourself. You're gonna be independent. You're not gonna be dependent on any other nation. You're gonna be your own nation at that time. Verse 31. Then shall you remember your own evil ways and your doings that were not good, and shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for your own iniquities and for your abominations. Not for your sakes do I this, saith the Lord God power. Be it known unto you, be ashamed and confounded for your own ways, O house of Israel. So now you get the truth and you go into the Bible and you start studying. Now you start to see your ways and everything that you have been doing and how you were before. So now it makes you want to change now. So now you're ashamed, and now you're confounded at your own ways. So now that's going to put you in a position to where you're going to want to have to follow the Yahweh. Verse 33. Thus saith the Lord God power, in the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquities, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and the waste shall be builded, and the desolate land shall be tilled, whereas it lay desolate in the sight of all that passed by. Verse 35. And they shall say, this land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden, and the waste and desolate are ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited. So it's letting you know at that time we're going to have in Isaiah 14:1, where it says the other nations, they're going to be able to, they're going to have them for handmaids and servants. So these are going to be the people that are going to be able to build your ruined cities at the times of the ICBM missiles drop. Verse 36. Then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, build the ruined city, the ruined places, and plant that was desolate. I, the Lord, have spoken it, and I will do it. So it's letting you know, I will do it. Verse 37. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, power. I will yet for this be inquired of by the house of Israel to do it for them. I will increase them with men like a flock. So it's saying like a flock, how a flock just multiplies and never stops. Just how he's saying he's going to have the house of Israel. 38. As the holy flock, as the flock of Jerusalem in her solemn feast, so shall the waste cities be filled with flocks of men, and they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh. And just as he says, he's going to be doing all of this for his name's sake, to say that his name is great forever and ever. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. So in all, Shalom.